What's up, good people? I want to thank you so much for stopping by to my YouTube channel.
I'm back again. Today I really have time.
In case you're new here, my name is Divance Ogweno and this is Divance Empire. I hope you're doing right well from where you're watching us from. I'm also doing fine. If you have subscribed, thank you so much for doing so. If you haven't yet, then take this particular moment to subscribe and turn on that notification bell to always receive an alert of every video that we do upload in our YouTube channel. Now, in this life, there are very many things that we can say about people, whether good or bad. We always want to share them. But the saddest thing is that we'll have to wait until they die. That is when we start sharing them. That is when we start celebrating them. That is when we start appreciating their life once it is too late for them, because they are no longer available to listen to how you're praising them. And that brings me to our topic today. I want us to appreciate one YouTuber. And a YouTuber is somebody who creates content, most particularly for YouTube. Therefore, today I want us to appreciate and talk about one of my favorites, YouTuber known as Proud Chocolate. Teresia Nyangia Jamiel Ejikon.
Terry Nyangia.
Someone like Terry Nyangia. Proud Teresia.
She has very many names, but she is an amazing, great YouTuber of our times. So stick around as I bring you great content about this particular YouTuber. Before we continue, I want to give a shout out to one and only Terry Nyangia, Proud Chocolate. Now this lady, she humbles me. She teaches me to be humble. Do you know why? Because with all her standards, with all her fame, with all that she has, the huge following behind her, she has much humility in her heart. This is one of lady who, I regard myself as a starting YouTuber because I am not yet where other great YouTubers that I look forward to like Terry are. But then she's one kind of a YouTuber that I loved watching her videos from very long time ago because she has inspirational videos. She's a storyteller. She tells good stories in her channel. Make sure you create some time to go watch her channel and subscribe. Proud Chocolate. You will find her. Now this lady humbles herself to a position where she can even comment on my Instagram posts. She even comments on my YouTube videos. If that is not love, what is it? Big up to you, ma'am. I really appreciate your humility. Now, to those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Divance Ogweno. As I have told you before, I come from Suba in Mfangano Island. Suba is a small tribe in Kenya, but the larger population stays in Uganda. We're widely spread in East Africa. We have some of us in Tanzania, some are in Kenya, but most of us are in Uganda. And Suba culture is quite interesting. It's quite so good. The language is so good. We are Bantus. Yes, we originated from Congo Forest. Now, mostly in my channel here, I talk about true life experiences. Most of them are from my own stories, my own episodes, my own life experiences while growing up to where I am right now. Some of them might be sad and some of them might be interesting, while some of them might be just good and might bring some joy in your face. My motive of telling you all these stories about my life is not to seek for sympathy, is not to seek for maybe fame or publicity or what, but it's just to encourage one of you who might be watching my video right now or maybe in future. you do not know who it might inspire or it might bring back to the line or the straight path. The world right now is full of hatred. The world is full of pains. People are going through a lot, and what people need right now is consolation. People want to be encouraged. People do not want to be, you know, attacked each and everywhere. And that brings me to our topic today. I want to talk about one YouTuber that I started watching a few years back. Somebody who has been an inspiration to the lives of very many people, most particularly me. This is none other than Terry Nyangia, Proud Chocolate. She is a YouTuber from Kenya who stays in Germany. Now, why is Terry my favorite YouTuber so far? Terry Nyangia is a YouTuber. If you haven't watched her, her channel is Proud Chocolate. She tells stories in her channel. She is also a Luo music ambassador in the diaspora because she stays in Germany. She promotes music, you know, the Luo music in Germany. She's a radio presenter.
Here doing a DJing job here for you. Let me play this one. Ohangla, fast.
And also works as a
communications assistant, like communications desk. I work in Germany. I work for an engineering company in Germany, so I do communications for them.
In short, she's into media, just like I am into media. You see what I'm doing right now? She does it much more better than I do it. Now, Terry Nyangia comes from Siaya County in a place called Nia. So Terry Nyangia went to school here in Kenya, and after which she went to pursue her higher education in journalism, and after which she became a radio presenter. She was working with the Radio Ramogi while she was here in Kenya. That is before she went to Germany. And while she was there, I remember because I listened to some of her shows. She used to have one of the best shows in Radio Ramogi, a radio station that is widely listened by people within Nairobi County, Mombasa, Kisumu, and all across Kenya. It's actually listened by very many people. So while she was working in this show, she made sure she did her part very well. She actually gained fame and popularity because of her show that was quickly rising from one level to another. But many of you do not know that sometimes when you start working, you might not receive money.
I loved my job to death, but I didn't have a place to stay, and I was not being paid when I started working at Ramogi.
Terry Nyangia, while she was working in Radio Ramogi, she was not earning much money, yes.
So even though I love this job, if I weigh the amount, I'm still not being paid. And when they start paying me, they were going to start paying me at 15,000, which I got at least for 2 months before I came to Germany. As
a radio presenter, not all of them earn big chunks of money, just as you hear like Jalango or maybe Kamenegoro or maybe those radio presenters that you do know. Now with Terry Nyangia, she started from Radio Ramogi there, but now her salary was not big. Another thing about Terry, she left her family back at home in Siaya County and went to Nairobi because Nairobi is where she was hustling. Nairobi is where Radio Ramogi was. And as she was doing so, and the money she was being paid from working in Radio Ramogi could not manage to pay her bills. So she decided to go and stay with a few relatives of hers. And you all understand what it means to stay with relatives. It was not an easy task for Terry to stay with her relatives.
Personally, I've lived with a step auntie, but I felt like she really hated me. She really hated me to deep. She once told me, in the eyes of everybody, that the fact that she's married to my uncle doesn't mean that she's my auntie. That was sad.
Staying with the people is one major challenge. there's that particular time that should never find you outside the house before you arrive home. So when that time comes, if you're found out, you'll be punished. And punishments in Africa are quite severe. You can either be inflicted pain through caning, or sometimes you can be insulted through words. You can be told words that when you sit down, you feel like, oh no, why me? Why me?
I go for my attachments, I go for whatever, but at lunchtime I have to be in that restaurant, because she said anybody who is living in my house has to work in my restaurant.
Another thing about staying with the people is that you do not have that freedom like the people in that home or that family. So you who comes in as a stranger, you might be subjected to work as a maid or to do extra chores in the house. You understand? So that was the situation that Terry was facing right where she used to stay. So she decided to find an alternative on how she could grow. Since Terry was a risk taker, and she is still a risk taker, she decided to apply for a job in Germany. Yes. And do you know what job was it? An au pair.
The only way I can do things myself is through going through like a maid, this au pair thing.
An au pair is somebody who leaves their country to go to a foreign country to stay with a strange family, to help them work in their houses or offices, or maybe take care of their loved ones. In short, here in Kenya, they will be called house helps or maids, house managers, as they want to be called nowadays. That is what Terry went to do in Germany. And so once she processed her visa and passports and everything, she went to Germany. She started working in Germany as a house help, au pair. And she worked for 3 months, and after 3 months, she was supposed to return back to Kenya. But who is Terry? Terry didn't want to come back to Kenya because after the 3 months that she had stayed in Germany, she hadn't saved enough money for herself. So what she had to do, she had to stay in Germany for some time to continue raising money and saving money for herself and also for her family back at home, since we all understand that her favorite family member is her mother, who stays in near Siaya County. So whenever she would get some money, she would actually send this money to her mother.
My host father gave me 200 euros, that is 20,000 Kenyan shillings, and told me to send it to my mother.
You see, now Terry wanted something much more better for herself. She ended up studying or learning the German language in Germany, after which she worked much more harder and did many other things, many other side hustles in Germany, until today as we are speaking, Terry Nyangia owns a radio station in Germany.
Yeah, I am here doing a DJing job here for you. Let me play this one. Ohangla, fast.
That is an achievement. From being a radio presenter who was being underpaid in Kenya to owning a radio station that plays and supports local Kenyan content in Germany. Can you imagine that? And Terry uses this radio station to promote Kenyan music, most particularly Luo music, and she also supports other music that are sung in Kiswahili and also English. Another thing that I do love about Terry Nyangia is the fact that she loves and appreciates her black nature. She is black in color. She is proudly born black, because she's African. And from even the title of her YouTube channel, Proud Chocolate, she is somebody who is proud of the African skin that she has. Many people would bleach their skins to fit in different countries, because when you go to stay with the whites, you might want to be like the whites. So many people end up bleaching their skin so they can look more lighter than they are or they were. But for Terry, she has maintained her skin color, and she's proudly appreciating the melanin skin that God gave her. Another reason why I would say Terry Nyangia is the best YouTuber so far is because for the fact that she understands what suffering is, she understands what going through pain is all about. She knows what lacking means. She knows what starving, going without food is all about.
And then they would knock our gate at night, maybe at 3 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m. They'd knock the gate, and once they knock the gate, my auntie would come downstairs. You are sleeping and the dogs are outside. You are sleeping, eh? You have let loose. We'd be sent out in the night to go and look for those dogs. It was hard. So at that time you're thinking, my mom is sleeping in the village thinking I'm living a good life in Nairobi. But I have no choice because my mom is weak at heart. I have to go through this. I should be sleeping now. I'm a child. I should be sleeping.
Terry Nyangia has used her platform, which is her YouTube channel as well as her radio station, to actually promote African music. She calls herself Luo Music Ambassador because most of the content that she plays in her channel are Luo music. And today I can say many people have risen to fame because Terry Nyangia gave them a platform. She played their music while she was in Ramogi station, and she also plays and continue playing their music even right now where she stays in Germany in her radio station. Now Terry Nyangia has also used her YouTube channel to support talents. She sometimes picks a particular music of an artist, especially when she feels that music content is quite good, and then she would dance to it, and after a while people would download the content, and you'll notice within a short time that her music or her dance is actually trending on social media. And when I say social media, I mean Facebook, sometimes in Twitter, trending with a particular song that she has danced. She's a good dancer, quite talented on the waist. As you see, she's quite flexible. She's somebody who understands what music is all about. Terry values quality production.
Gimangeo from Roy is a good producer. Korka videos get better. But kama wera na nyise kata nyise ni nyathiwa, this song I really love it. The lyrics give you appreciation. Lakini go and work on your vocals. Onge give vocals. Mana would say 1,000 times.
That is why I love her. The last reason why I love Terry's content as a YouTuber is for the fact that Terry speaks the truth.
Adiera ber jika koni kabari gini pe nyako ma jaber mabende ni Hollywood star ilo ni Hollywood star mabende ncho chaka line maber man acting maber melich mabende wan watch melich kana se watch YouTube angoma mi okoro in sasa mi donje Facebook to karmoni wo maler nikech in gi chuny maler adiri konyo kendo bedo ni ingile ni morin sane iyenyo kise yenyo to the same time the same sentence imede kanyo ni ati we should embrace one another, we should embrace women, little women, we should stand together. How do you stand together to anyone magino woke dogino inemi yenya pass?
There is a say that says, say the truth and the truth shall set you free. We live in a culture, or we live in a society where people fear telling each other the truth. Everybody wants to know the truth, but nobody wants to be told the truth. That is the culture we live in. If you want to have an enemy today, tell somebody the truth. Just tell them the truth about their life, or the truth about something about their life, and today they will hate you. If you want to have enemies today, tell people the truth. No one will love you. Very few people will embrace the truth, and those are the real people that the society wants. Now, Terry Nyangia uses her platform, her YouTube channel, to tell people the truth. She speaks about her Germany experiences, how it was quite difficult. Not many people will tell us how they made it in life. Terry has narrated her stories from when she was a house help to now where she owns a radio station in Germany. And not only a radio station, but she even has land. She has property in Germany. Not everybody wants to share such kind of stories with people, but this is a lady who has done so. And mostly you would hear her from her channel speak the truth about her life experiences, whatever people did to her. She speaks, she narrates just to inspire people. The most important thing is that she has even forgiven all those people who wronged her, while she was growing up. The biggest thing that a human being can ever do to survive and live in peace in this world, that is to forgive those who wronged you. Even if it seems quite difficult or impossible, forgive them. That is what Terry has done. Now, if you watch Terry's YouTube channel, she speaks the truth without choosing who she's going to hurt or not. And that is the reason why, before I end this video, I want us to take an opportunity. Go subscribe to her YouTube channel if you haven't yet subscribed. I am sure that you will love her content so much. And if you do not love her content, then you might be having a problem up here.
Welcome to Proud Chocolate.
And therefore, after explaining to you all these good things about Terry Nyang'ia, I hereby come to a conclusion to inform you that Terry becomes my best YouTuber in the internet. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, this is Divan's Empire. End of discussion.
You don't have to communicate with me every day to impress me, to give me udaku, to feed me with nonsense, to give me screenshots to show me love. Just chill, support what you can support in your own way. Even if it's just a comment or wherever. Just be good, just be kind. The rest of the things will just pay themselves automatically. In Jesus' holy name I pray.
Proud Chocolates.
Finished business.